Here's Buffalo
There's
Bob.
Bob. You're over there, and Kathy, you're right in that seat. Perfect. Good morning. He's finding it.
Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Yeah. I'm Olivia. Welcome to my Silver Sneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Let's begin sitting against the back of the seat. Yeah. I'll share it too. I can see almost everybody. Good morning. Morning. Good morning. All right, settle on into the back of the chair. They should feel good on your back there. And then if your feet happen to rise up because you are a little short legs, go ahead and walk your pelvis forward so you can connect with the earth as well, all right? Close your eyes. Come to your breath. It's a long inhale. Maybe even a longer exhale as you just start to let go. And again. Feel those shoulders just release away from your ears, and that front body kind of sinks to the back body. Imagine you've got one of those big lead blankets on when you go get your x-rays in your mouth. I like the way they feel. Permission granted to be present, to move with intention through this class today. Be conscious of spots that maybe need a little extra attention. Breathe deep into them. Create space inside. Take the deepest breath you've taken. Open your mouth. Exhale. Sigh. And let's move out to the edge of the seat. On the tip of the sit bones. And the feet right underneath. The ankles right underneath the knees. Underneath the knees. You are on the very tip of the sit bones right there. Nice and tall. And then tipping the head over. I love this image. You've got this beam of light and you want to shine that light beam over there. So let's not crunch down onto it, but find length in the neck there. And then drop the chin down there towards your chest. Oh, there's some good sensations. Come to the center, slide the chin and come right back up. And then we go the other way. Same thing, that light beam. We're going to shine it over the other way. Yeah, but let this right shoulder drop downward. And then lower the chin towards your chest. Ooh, you feel those good sensations there in your neck. And then slide that chin right back up. All right, still on the tip of the sit bones. Release the arms down. Come into just seated mountain pose. So turn the elbows in towards the waistline here just a little bit. You can notice that the collarbones broaden when you do this, all right? Otherwise, they might come in. So broaden the collarbones. It's always a good way to get that roundness out of your upper back. And then two. All right, whip the palms out. Let's take the hands over your head. Touching the thumbs. Come right back down. And so imagine you are fingernails, knuckles, elbows are on the back, on a wall, imaginary wall behind you. So you're trying to keep them back there. Of your head's a little bit of a challenge. Maybe bend the elbows a little bit deeper if you need to in order to get those knuckles on the wall behind you. And one more time. And down. All right, hands on the knees right here. Bring the heart forward and up just a little bit. So it's like a little baby back bend. And then you're going to scoop in the belly, roll back towards the fleshy part of your seat, tuck the chin towards the chest. All right, so there's the movement. Inhale, tip of the sit bones, heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath you, drop the chin. All right, so let's just take a couple more of these seated cat and cow. And again. more time. It's like flossing for your spine. Think of it that way. You got to do it every day. All right. Then from here, we're going to circle the rib cage around. And go the other way. Try to stay right on the sit bones. There'll be a little bit of movement, but control this with your core muscles. And one more time. All right, and up nice and tall. Let's take this little baby arc over now. I've taken my feet a little bit wider for a little broader base, if that helps here. And again, once again, see if you can keep those knuckles, those fingernails on that wall behind you as you go over to one side. And then the other. One more time. And down. All right, swing that arm back and the right arm to the front. Looking to the left wall, drop your shoulders, everyone. Bend the elbows there. And then exhale, we go the other way. Drop your shoulders. Yeah, nice. And again. So I sort of lift up and then I drop down. All right, and then again, same thing. And drop them down. All right, so bring the hands back together at your heart. Now just easy, easy. I'm going to lift my elbows here. And then I'm going to push over to the side and look to the left. Come right back to the center. Push over to the shoulder and look to the right. Oh, lots of good sensations there, huh? Turn the fingers into you. And then turn the fingers to the ground. Let's do it again. Same thing. The thumb comes over towards the shoulder. Elbows up high if you can. And then the other side. Fingers to you. Tuck your chin. And then turn the fingers to the ground. And let's just dive down here. Like you're going to pick something up all the way up and around. Turn to the right wall. Let the arms float down. Roll that right shoulder back and look towards the back. It's like you're looking in the back seat of the car. You want to be able to do that. And then back to the front one more time. We're going to scoop up, belly in. Look to the left. You want to look out the window of your car. Did I get that right or wrong? All right. And back to the front. Right knee comes up, circle the ankle. All right, so head over, heart over pelvis. I'm going to take that leg out to the side. Now, we're going to want to lean away from it, but see if you can stay on the tip of the sit bones. Come right back in. Maybe even touch to the other leg. And then out to the side. Try not to move your body at all, just the leg. And you do that by firing on the core muscles. And again, so just be conscious of that. I'm actually using my left leg for a little bit of support here, pressing that foot into the ground. And one more time, from here out to the front. If you need to support it, fine. If not, let's pulse. 8, 7, 6. If you need it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we can take it out to the side and back in. And you can drop the heel down, that's fine. 2 more. And last one. All right, and back. Sit back down, other side. Bring it in. New person there? Oh, no, it's Sue. Oh, nice. All right, so in nice and tall, and we're going to bring it out to the side. Again, head over, heart over pelvis. I'm going to firmly plant my right leg on the ground underneath my knee. And again. See if you can bring it in and let it come across your midline, just ever so slightly. Hi, Sue, welcome. How are you? Good. That's all right. That's all right. And back in. All right. And then out in front, support it if you need it. Sit nice and tall. 8, 7, 6. Fire on the core. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we swing it out and back in. Again, head over, heart over pelvis. Ooh, 2 more. And last one. All right. Let's take the soles of the feet together. And just a little butterfly there with your knees. Yeah. Okay. Soles on the feet. Soles of the feet on the ground. I'm going to press the knuckles forward, scoop in my belly, and you'll feel those shoulder blades flatten on your back. And then we're going to go the other way. Elbows are going to, imagine they're going to touch behind or lift the heart. Drop your shoulders too. Exhale. Inhale up and around. Exhale. Inhale up and around. Make it that a little bit bigger. Up and around. This should feel good, right? Oh my gosh. Up and around. Take your feet a little bit wider. We're going to reach off to your neighbor on the left through that little finger. Let's see. Did I say that wrong?
All right.
And to the right with your left hand. I don't care. Just across your body, all right? That's right, that's right. You want to feel this come into the top of your hip bone right there. Tuck the chin, reach through the fingers, and then we're going to lift, rainbow arc that arm all the way back and around. And we go the other side because now you're over the right leg. Belly in, use the hand, reach and reach. It's like there's $100 bill and you got to reach, oh yeah, just a wee bit more. Breathe deep and rainbow arc all the way up and around. Feet together, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Look towards the toes. Inhale, halfway rise. Press into the thigh muscles there. And then reverse swan dive all the way back up. Exhale one more time. Inhale, press into the thighs. Let the heart come forward. This time we're going to come into chair pose. So one hand, two hands. Hold yourself right there. Lovely, lovely. You can bring the hands into the chest if you'd like. Or here, put the sit bones back on the chair. Lift the heart. And reach to the ceiling. Take your feet a little bit wider. And then I'm going to press firmly into my legs. All right. And when you do this, drop your shoulders, Marilyn. I looked your way. I knew you would do that. She goes, I'm going to get those legs down. That's not the point. It's to fire on your core muscles here. You're going to feel the ribs and the hips connect. And pressing downward. Press the shoulder blades down. Let the elbows draw down by your hips. You feel that work? Yeah? Good. Breathing deep. And then we'll just hinge forward a bit, scoop the belly, round the spine, and roll back up. Your feet in. All right. Oh, no, we're going to stand up that way today. Feet back out again. So we're going to go up and down 5 times. Do what you need to do this. You need to grab hold of the chair. That's okay. 5 times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, we rise. Here we go. Sitting up nice and tall. Sit back down. Yeah. Hands at your heart, maybe. All right. Maybe hands to the front. And the last 2, if you can take hands all the way up, reach to the ceiling. Sit back down, and one more time, reach to the ceiling. Hands on the thighs the whole time. It's okay. Drop your shoulders, star pose. Firm up those legs, ribs and hips are connected here. And then just let everything melt down. All right. Nice. Round to the back of the chair. Grab a drink of water. All right, are you going to be okay there? You're not going to, I don't think you're going to hit that. Okay. Come into downward facing dog. Step on back. Tip that pelvis forward. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. Soften the knees as much as you need to do that. All right? And then bring that belly in. Turning your tailbone maybe a little more towards one corner of your imaginary box. And then maybe to the other corner. As you're looking down there towards your toes, give your toes a little wiggle. All right, bend your knees right up on the balls of the feet. So lift the heel, stand up tall and tiptoe into the chair. Okay, I'm up on my toes still. All right, so I'm just going to drop one heel down and then the other. It's like a Stairmaster, right? So let that heel rise up as high as you're comfortable. We're going to take a little balance today, right here. So from as high as you can stand on your toes, lower down about halfway, all right? And I'm going to ask you to get it to this. I think it'll be easier to do this next exercise. You're going to transfer the weight over to the right foot, so begin to lighten up on that left foot. And with the heel, just maybe a half an inch off the ground, see if you can lift that left toe. Now fire on your core muscles right away. See if there's any possibility you could balance, even if just for a second. I'll give you a moment there. All right, drop that right foot down. I'm sorry, left foot down, and then the foot that you were standing on, the right foot, take it back there and stretch your calf. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so coming back to the other side. And again, just a little Stairmaster first. All right, up and down. And as high as you can, and then lower down, maybe an inch, half an inch off the ground. So begin to transfer the weight to the left foot. And then just pull that toe away from the earth. And just see if you can balance. All right. Take that foot back and stretch that calf muscle. All right, and taking the feet out wide. Nice and tall. And let's just sink the knees down and back up just a little bit. Moving into the hips a little bit here. Down and up. And then stay down. And then just tip your hips side to side. So this is as if you had a tail and it was just doing this underneath you. All right? That's why you're behind the chair so nobody's watching, right? All right, so lift up on the right heel and the left. And again. All right, so let's see if we can lift both a half an inch off the ground. And then from this, let's see if we can find some balance here. Shoulders maybe on that imaginary wall behind you there. So you're up nice and tall. I have a little bend in my knees and my heels are maybe an inch off the ground, not very far. All right, drop the heels, rise up into star pose. Drop your shoulders, everyone. All right, left hand down. Oh, right hand down, right hand down. I've got my hands on backwards today, I think. And other side. All right, and then just side to side. You know, the yoga studio I practice, and they have the wall marked with right and left, an R and an L. I thought, what is that for? Well, then I realized, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that in 2024. All right, so from mountain pose, heels underneath the sit bones. We're going to do something fun here. What I want you to do is put your hands in your back pocket or on your seat right there. And then pull up, stand up, Wilma, stand up, yep, stand up. We did not go to downward facing dog this time. What I want you to do is pull up on your seat, all right? And then lift the heart. And then I want you to go the other way, and I want you to push downward on the tailbone and tuck the chin towards your chest. So you'll feel that spine move a little bit. Once again, pull up on the fleshy part of your seat, lift the heart, and then use the heel of the hand and push down. Let that tailbone tuck underneath you. And then again, one more time. Isn't that fun? And then tuck underneath you. Push down on the heel of the hand. And then back to just standing. So you get that pelvic rock. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, so from mountain pose, we're going to step back on the right foot. Lift up on the right foot. Transfer that weight. Hands on the chair if you need it. We're going to lift the knee and shoot it way back. Toe ball, heel goes down. And then coming away from the chair, if that's accessible, one hand or two hands, you decide, does not matter to me. Drop your shoulders, everyone, and connect the ribs to the hips. This is where you're going to fire on the low half of your body. So firm up the legs here. Pressing the elbows back a wee bit more. Get a nice stretch in through the chest. And then let's bring the hands together, crossing the knuckles. Now, see if you can remember what hand you put in front. And then bringing those elbows in. So you get a nice stretch across the shoulders. And then again, we open, drop your shoulders, lift the heart a bit more. So heart comes forward. And then we'll cross the other arm over. All right, nice stretch across the back. All right, press the hands together, reach. Let's take this little arc over to get a nice stretch down the side. You could drop one hand to the chair if that feels better to you. We're going to circle sweep, step both feet together and come into upward salute. Reach to the ceiling. The arms come down, you lift that left heel. All right, transfer the weight. Shoot it back using the chair. Toe turns out a little bit. Arms up. Warrior one. Lovely. All right, let's take the same thing again. Hands together. Now you could just take it this way. Cross the hands if that feels good to you. My elbows are squeezing in. Front knee over the ankle, Olivia. Okay, open. Press them back. Ooh, good stretch. And we're going to come in, cross the other hand. Squeeze the elbows. Tuck your chin so you feel this great stretch in the back of the neck as well. And then open. Reach for the wrist. This little arc over, or left hand or right hand on the chair if you need it. It's okay. Circle sweep. Step both feet together. Upward salute. Deep breath in. And step back so we don't hit our face. We're in a forward fold. Halfway rise. Slide down a little bit deeper. Bringing the heart forward towards the chair. Feel that back go really flat. And then circle sweep into chair pose. Sit back, be sure, push your hips back, be sure you can see your toes. Powerful pose here, maybe turn the tailbone towards the ground and reach to the ceiling. All the way back down. Shake out. All right, left hand on, I do have my hands on wrong. Right hand on the chair, you're gonna turn to the left wall. All right, we're gonna take some sunflowers. You don't have to use the chair, you can reach up or hand on the chair. Here we go. Forward fold, push through the feet. The point of this exercise is to bend your knees and push through the feet. And if you're afraid you're not going to get back up, that's why that chair is right there, okay? You're going to swoop down, it's like you're going to pick something up, and then you let it go. We call them sunflowers. And let them go. Push through the feet, the heels. Feel them do this work. And the legs. One more time. All right, so come into star pose here. I want you to drop the right hand to the chair. It's right there. You're going to bend the back knee, the left knee, and then arc over towards the chair. And I didn't shut my phone off. All right, so putting both hands on the chair, you're going to pivot around to the front and lift that back heel. All right? It's like you're pushing the grocery cart. Reach that right arm to the back wall. And this is where you're going to fire on your core muscles. And hold this position. Maybe you have balance. You could release that left hand. It's up to you entirely. Come to that stillness where there's just your breath. Drop that hand to the chair, windmill that arm from the back to the front. Step on back, downward facing dogs. Fillet your fingers out. Whatever movement you need here that feels good to you, go ahead and get it. And then taking the gaze over the chair, step that left foot in, turn to the right wall, and we take moonflowers on this side. So my toes are facing a little more towards that left wall, and I'm going to sink into my knees and then push right back up. All right, so what's different here is we're going to keep the shoulders on the wall behind. Okay, so you're going to want to hinge at the hip, but I want you to keep the shoulders back, so it's like this. All right, think of it that way. That heater thing wasn't there. Two more and one more. And all the way up, drop that left hand to the chair, sink into the right knee, and arc over towards the chair. Maybe turn the gaze towards that right arm. All right, let that right hand find its way to the chair. You're going to lift that back right heel, come into our high lunge, windmill that left arm back, look towards that left wall. And then maybe you find balance and you can take that right hand forward to me. It's up to you entirely. Reach it way back, just reach it to the left wall. It doesn't matter. Drop your shoulders, squeeze the inner thighs together. Those legs will help you do this. Don't just lose your sense of fear, please. All right. Right hand down, left hand comes back. Back to downward facing dog. A nice deep breath in, you deserve it. And then take the hands back on the thigh muscles. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Forward fold. Halfway rise. And then circle sweep. Pass through chair pose all the way back up. Lovely. And circle down. Let's grab a drink of water while I turn my phone off so it doesn't ring. So yesterday, of course, I had church. I had my phone, everything off. Couldn't find my purse after church. It has a little bag, has my car keys in it. And of course, I couldn't find it because it was off. And we went, and then Jeff has his phone. He goes, oh, I can find where you are. So I looked, and it was at my friend Sue D'Angelo's house, who comes to this class. Well, she'd taken in the bag. We were switching, she was sewing for me, so we'd switch bag, and it was up there. So we go up to Sue's house, and when I get there, she's coming back to church. It was hysterical. So we cut her off right here at this exit ramp. A few feet out wide. But it was the, find your friends on Jeff's phone that we were able to find her. All right, turn that right toe to the right wall and sink into that right knee. Knee over the ankle, and then from here, open the arms. So they're lined up with you, and then take them back just a wee bit more. Grab hands with your friend. Stretch back, and then give yourself a big hug right here. Tuck your chin towards your chest. All right, so we're going to hinge at this hip right here. From right here. Lovely. Yep, use the chair. We're going to come to it just a minute. And then you're just going to unfurl your arms, and that right arm stays right where it is, unless it needs to be on the chair. Perfect. We hinged at the hip instead of arcing over this time, and you come in this beautiful side angle. Look down towards your toes. Be sure that knee is tracking right towards the toes and not coming to the inside. And then trace your collarbone with your chin and come up looking towards the sky, towards the arm, whatever is accessible. And then come to just some stillness here. Couple of deep breaths. And then let's stretch the arms out wherever they are. We're going to wrap them in and come up nice and tall again. So unhinge yourself. Toes to the front, stretch the arms out, and we go the other way. Of course, you use the chair if you need it. Knee over the ankle, back leg straight. Press the knuckles back. There's a great stretch in the chest. You feel the shoulder blades squeeze inward, and then cross. Tuck your chin. All right, so from here, I'm just going to hinge at my hip. So I've leaned into this, and then open the arms. Yeah, anytime you need the chair, put your hand on the chair. It's okay. Look towards the toes. Be sure that knee is tracking right towards the toes and not buckling in. So you want to press that baby edge of your foot down. Trace your collarbone. Come up looking towards the right arm, wherever that is. Or maybe it's even on the chair. That's fine. Nice deep breath in. And then come to some stillness with just breath. One more. All right. Again, we're going to wrap the arms in. So I'm still in this hinge position. Give yourself a squeeze. And then unhinge yourself. Like Dr. Seuss says, unhinging yourself is not easily done. Open wide. Toes to the front. Deep breath in. Clap your hands. And down. Walk, step, your feet in, downward facing dog. Ooh, lovely. And any movement you need here, I always need a little bit after that. All right, and then come to some stillness here as well. Soften your knees. All right, gazing towards the chair. So you're going to lift that body up, step that right foot in about halfway between the chair and your back foot. I'm going to sink into that knee and take my weight on my right foot. So tuck the elbows in next to your body, nice and tight. And then as I lift the foot behind, I'm going to hinge towards the chair. come right back up, tap the foot. And again, hinge, come right between your hands right there. So try not to come off to the side, right between the hands. Lifting that foot, or you could leave the foot down behind you too, that's okay, but tuck the elbows in. They're gonna wanna do this, so tuck them in. Actually, I'm really not even using my hands, this is just here for balance. And back, and then we're gonna hold this. So holding this wherever you are comfortable here, send that energy now out that back heel or toe, and breathe. You're gonna feel the glutes fire on, the hamstrings work. And then as you stand back up, see if you can release those hands, feet together. Move with intention, deep breath in, upward salute, and back to downward facing dog. Warrior 3, we just had right there. So we've gone all through them today. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and Warrior 3. A nice deep breath will expand those back ribs. And then we take the other foot. So looking towards the chair, you're going to step that left foot in. It's halfway between the chair and the right foot. And then tucking the elbows in right next to your body. As I hinge at the hip, I'm going to lift my back foot. And then tap it right back down. You can put a firm grip on that chair if you need to. It's okay. And soften that knee you're standing on. That'll help lower your center of gravity, so balance will be a little bit easier. All right, you decide. And again, but tuck those elbows in. Put them right next to your rib cage if you can. 2 more. Move slowly, move with intention. Being gentle on those parts that maybe need a little extra love today. Here we go, we're gonna hold this now. So that energy's gonna go out that back heel. You wanna lift the back of the knee to the ceiling. Soften that leg you're standing on. You could release the hands or just hold on. Notice how calm your breath is, right? All right, here we go. As we stand back up, see if you can release that chair. Reach to the ceiling, and let's take this forward fold. So you'll come away from the chair. Forward fold. Halfway rise. And slide down the legs, looking at the back of the chair right there. Feel that great lengthening in the hamstring muscles in the back of the legs right there. And then circle sweep, pass through chair pose, all the way up and down. Nice work. Warrior 3 is a very challenging posture, and I think with the chair makes it very doable because you can really think about getting everything nice and long and straight. Have a drink of water. I'm good. All right, we're going to twist. All right, so around to the right side of the chair. What is that fine thing? I hope you don't put that in your mouth. All right, so stepping around the right side of the chair, I think we'll take the inside because that's the foot. No, we're going to take the outside leg and just get it moving. Motion is lotion for your joints there, so just get it moving a little bit there. Careful you're not pinching up if you feel that pinch in the back, then don't take it that far back, all right? You decide. All right, and then up and over this little fence that's right here. Up and over. And again. One more time. All right, and slide it to the back and keep that heel up in the back. We're going to hinge forward. So long line from the crown of my head to the heel. And I've got the chair here. Now I wish I would have stepped up a little further. So I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to pull the chair back because I want to put my right fingers there on the chair. Okay? Or you could take it on the back of the chair. That's fine too. You could turn it here. The point is you're going to drop the right shoulder underneath the left shoulder. So I've just got this nice little twist. I'm holding onto the chair. Don't give it up. And breathe. And then sense the longest line you possibly can from the crown of the head to the heel. All right. Watch you're not pushing onto this chair. All right. Your weight is on your feet. And this is just here for a little balance, a little aid in the twist. Use that breath to calm yourself. Look back towards the ground, rise up into high lunge. One hand, little bend in the back knee. You could take the other arm up if you wanted to. You could arc over. It's up to you. All right, and release. Let's see if we can bring that back forward. We'll go to the other side. So first, just a little motion in that hip. Again. All right, you need to keep it on the ground. That's okay. Let's see if you can step over that low fence right there. So rotate it out a little bit without turning on your knee. All right, so being careful that doesn't happen. I also am firmly planting my toes into the ground or your shoes, so they're doing some gripping for me there. Toes are so important to balance. And again, all right, so back she goes, up on the ball of the foot, and we're gonna hinge at the hip. So the idea is to drop the left shoulder underneath the right shoulder. You can grab the chair here. You could hinge at the hip and take the hand of the chair. Up to you entirely, but let that left shoulder with intention drop underneath that right shoulder, which is rolling back. So you have this beautiful long line from the crown of the head to the heel. And sense that. Look to the right wall if you're able to. Imagine what that x-ray would look of your spine there. Yeah, nice. All right, I always like to look back to the ground before I come out of that. So look back towards the earth. I'm going to rise up into high lunge. Let's see if we can get the other arm up now this time. Drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips, firm up the legs here. That will help you do this. Lose that sense of fear. And let's take this little arc over for a little extra stretch. We're going to circle sweep, step that back foot in, reach to the ceiling. And we'll take forward fold right here. Halfway rise. Oh my goodness. Release into forward fold. Okay, I'm going to soften my knees. I'm going to circle sweep and come into chair pose. So be sure you can see your toes. I always look down first because I tend to bring my knees forward. So pushing the hips back. Let's bring the hands into the heart. Broaden the collarbones. I think that's easier to do. Once we do this, we start this round back. So broaden the collarbones. You're going to lower that elbow towards the left elbow, towards the left knee. Belly in. Pass through the center, broad collarbones, tailbone turns towards the ground, and then drop that right elbow towards the right knee. Mine's not going to make it down. It's about the rotation in the spine. Back to the center. Let's release the hands back. I'm going to straighten the legs here. Come, not completely, but a little bit more, coming into this airplane pose. Now, I want you to make this little crease between the shoulder blades. They're going to draw them inward. There's a crease in your back there. And if I put a pencil there, you could hold it there. All right? And then we are simply going to stand up. So push through the toes and the feet. Stand up nice and tall. Lovely. Rest. So jacket without any arms in your sleeves. Just let them float around. Okie doke. Grab a drink of water. Let's sit back down. Oh. I did a lot of gabbing, I guess. Okay, edge of your seat. And this preform stretch. If you've been told not to cross the midline, you know not to do this, right? I'm going to lift this knee up as high as you are comfortable towards the shoulder. Really, those hamstrings got a lot of work. They're plenty warm right now. Great for your hip, great for the hamstrings, but if it's too much, don't do it. And then we're going to cross this over. So I'm going to drop this heel or ankle to my left knee. Okay. Down on the ground is just fine. You can hold it up. You can open it. Keep this foot flexed. And then find the tip of the sit bones again. So you're going to press that low back forward and sit nice and tall. Not hyperextending, but just to the very tip of the sit bones there. Nice and tall. Each piece I have makes it a little more challenging. Take my hands over in the front. Maybe a little hinge at the hip. Bring the heart forward. And be mindful of your breath now. That's what's going to take you through this. All right, coming back up out of this, I'm going to cross this leg over and down. Again, on the ground is just fine with me. Keep that foot flexed, hands at the heart, right there at the thumb. And then breathe, lifting the heart to the thumb, right? There's that long spine. And then we're going to add this rotation. You were using the core muscles to get yourself there, and then go ahead and release the hands down. I like to take my right hand on the seat of the chair, sort of tuck it in back there, and hold this nice twist. But work at your breath. And slowly come back to the front. You're not spring loaded. Let's release that. We take that other side. So up, up, up. Whatever is comfortable for you here. And then here we go. The ankle comes to the knee. And you're going to find whatever works good for you. Again, if this is the foot that you've been told not to cross the midline or the leg, go ahead and do it. Just put it down on the ground. Flex the foot, support it, open it. I'm going to treat this one a little different than the other one. Find the tip of the sit bones again, so press that low back forward. Maybe this waterfall, which is going to hinge you forward just a little bit. Maybe you want to hinge forward a little bit. And then breathe into that tight spot in your hip, or wherever. Coming out of this, I'm going to cross this leg over or on the ground. Again, it's just fine. Keep that foot flexed. Thumbnail at your heart there. Breathe up into the hands and this rotation. So use those core muscles to twist you whatever is possible, and then we'll release the hands. And again, I like to reach through with my left hand onto the chair and let that hold you there while you draw your attention to your breath. Make it good and deep. It's an exercise for the lungs, for the rib cage, for the diaphragm. And then deepest breath you've taken, create big space in there. And as you exhale, come on back to the front. Let's take one heel in the front, holding onto the chair. Your choice. You could take both, but please don't slip out of the chair, or just one. All I want you to do is lift the heart. So the head doesn't fall back. I'm going to move from my heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, belly in. All right, let's take feet on the ground. Even a round over. Scoop in the belly, round down. Towards the front of your shins, maybe down towards your feet, you decide. As you breathe, lift the back ribs to the ceiling. And then hands on the thigh muscles. I'm going to slide back up, and I'm going to roll the spine back up. Nice and tall, one vertebrae at a time. Move slowly and with intention. Nobody gets dizzy. Nice and tall, all the way up, and walk your hips back to the back. Let's take one more little movement in the fingers and the toes, ankles, wrists. And then elbows, circle them around the shoulders. And reach to the ceiling. Come into L-sit, we call this. You can drop the feet if you need to. You're sitting back fine. See if you can sit away from the chair, maybe lower the feet. Deep breath in. And exhale, let everything just sort of collapse back. And push your spine into the chair. Open your eyes really wide. And then just let them drift closed. Come back to that stillness. As you settle in, draw your attention to that breath. There's that inhale, that slight hold, And then the exhale. And again, a hold before you turn around and inhale.